Dean Shelley Broderick is my guest. She's the Dean of the David A. Clark School of Law at the University of the District of Columbia. Good morning, Dean. How are you?
Good morning, Gloria. It's great to talk to you again.
It's great to have you join me this morning. This panel has been convened to deal with a lot of issues as they relate to incarceration and, well, of course, guilty until proven innocent. But in this case, guilty until proven innocent, a panel on factors leading to wrongful convictions. First, tell us who are some of the participants.
Well, today we will hear from our fabulous alum, John Terzano. He's the keynote. John founded the Justice Project, and the Justice Project is responsible for getting the Innocence Protection Act passed, a 5-year battle to get that passed. And it has made sure that we provide funding for DNA testing. You know, we know that 267 people have been exonerated due to convictions that were just wrong based on eyewitness misidentification, which is very common, forensic junk science, informant testimony, the snitches that they use who just aren't credible, and just plain bad lawyering. So John will be talking about some of the factors that have led to so many wrongful convictions. We also have Professor Andrew Ferguson, a new professor with us this year, a lifelong D.C. resident who has been one of the top public defenders in the District of Columbia, which has the best public defender office in the country, and he'll be speaking too. He's our faculty advisor for our new student group, the Innocence Project Student Association.
And when we think of the Innocence Project, we think of Barry Scheck, who started that organization and has had quite a successful run at exonerating some of the people who were incarcerated, some on murder charges and on different charges.
Exactly right. You know, he's a real hero and has spawned the startup of innocence projects like ours at law schools across the country, at the very progressive law schools, that is.
Yes.
Like ours.
Like yours.
You know, I'm so proud of our students. We have a rich history of students getting involved in this work. Just last week, our alum Jeremy Schroeder is the executive director of the Illinois Coalition to Abolish the Death Penalty. March 9th, the governor of Illinois signed a bill to abolish the death penalty. Illinois became the 16th state, and that was Jeremy Schroeder was characterized as the quarterback leading the multifaceted lobbying effort that was successful in ending the death penalty in Illinois. Very, very cool.
Mm-hmm. Dean Broderick, while we're talking about successes, the David A. Clark School of Law has had its share of successes with you at the helm. Would you not be so shy, but tell us about some of your accomplishments there?
Wow, how much time do you have, Gloria?
Not a lot, but see if you can put it in a summary, if you will.
Thank you so much for that softball across the meat of the plate. The law school is just thriving. We had 1,750 applications for 125 seats last year. U.S. News & World Report ranked us second in the nation for diverse student body and top 10 for outstanding clinical programs. It is an amazing law school. Every student has to take 2 clinics. And, for example, Jeremy Schroeder, I was just talking about, was in our legislation clinic and went on to run this legislation, lobbying effort. He got that experience and knowledge and know-how right here, working in the D.C. Council in our clinic. So we have started a new immigration human rights clinic this year, and we were undefeated in all the cases we handled in the first semester. We started a part-time program a year ago, so we're in the second year of that, which means we're offering lots more D.C. residents the opportunity for an affordable and accessible legal education for those who have to work. And we started a new LLM program. Gloria, you'll like this.
Okay.
It's called Clinical Legal Education, Social Justice, and Systems Change. And so each of the candidates are already lawyers. They've practiced law, and they're coming here to work in our clinics, and each is working on a systems change project. Just to give an example, we know that we throw out, last year, 1,400 truancy cases in Ballou High School only has 1,100 kids, okay?
Okay.
We know the more you send kids out of school, the more they stay out and end up getting in trouble. That's just a flawed policy. We're working to reform that system. Just an example of one of the systems change projects undertaken by our new Tukkrol Institute for At-Risk Youth here at the law school.
Mm-hmm. Remind our listeners, the panel takes place from noon to 2 today.
Well, and Gloria, I'd love to invite, I want people to come to that. They're welcome. It's open to the public, as all of our events are. But I also want to invite people to April 18th. We're having a reception at 6 in the evening. Wine and cheese will be served. Councilman Phil Mendelson will introduce an exoneree, Leslie Vass, who was wrongfully convicted at the age of 17 for armed robbery. He served 11 years and has just been fully exonerated. So come over to your public law school, your tax dollars at work, and meet Councilmember Mendelson and meet this Maryland exoneree, Leslie Vass, on April 18th.
All right, and this evening, the Guilty Until Proven Innocent, a panel on factors leading to wrongful convictions, takes place at the UDC School of Law at 4200 Connecticut Avenue, Building 39, Room 201. Dean
And
Broderick,
that's at noon. Be there or be square.
All right. Dean Broderick, always good to talk to you. Take care now.
A pleasure. Thank you, Gloria. You do such a wonderful job.
I'm flattered. Thank you very much.
Okay, take care.